I got started seriously in dance photography in 1949 when I went to Jacob's Pillow, and at Ted Sean's invitation, I stayed 3 weeks, and so I began by photographing the greatest dance artists of that period, Jose Limon, Nana Gallner, Mia Slavinska, Maria Tallchief, the whole group. So I never had to unlearn anything I learned. And Ted Sean, on seeing my photography of dance, he said, never study dance. He said, just rely on your own eye for line and design. He said, your eye is so acute and so good that you'll mess yourself up if you try to get technical with dance. So I never did. And ultimately, of course, I learned some, but you can't help it. But I always pretended I didn't know, so that it was what I was asking people to do to jump higher was sort of hard for them, but if you pretended you didn't know that you were messing them up, they'd do it and turn out better. A classic example is this young man in this picture, Eric Brun. He was the top dancer of his period. He was doing a jump for me one time, and it was so perfect that I just was joking and said, Eric, do that again and point your feet this time. And I couldn't believe that he bit, but he did, and damn, the feet were even more pointed. It was incredible. So I learned then that you always ask for more, and sometimes you'll get it. It's very hard for a photographer to have a full body, on a piece of seamless paper, because you really are on your own. You have to direct, and you have to be sure that the whole composition works. The first few times I did it, I was terrified, but then you get used to it, and you learn that you just have to tell people what to do and to adjust their movement or their pose to accommodate the fact that you're translating a three-dimensional art form into a two-dimensional art form. And very often you have to make compromises in the choreography. I have changed some of the best choreography in the world, and I've never had a choreographer complain, because I actually make it look like what they intend, I think.